Hello, good evening. Back once again, the Renegade Masters. No, with the PolyParty. Tonight I'm doing the Sherma, the adorable character from Silksong. Hello, Amanda. Hello. I can see this the YouTube chat, so that's good. Then everything should be working. The chat should be showing up on the screen also. It looks a little big, but I don't know if that's a problem. Let me know what you think. I don't know if I don't know if I can change it. We'll find out. Yes, another Sculptober sculpt today. And yeah, the best character. The chat looks huge, but good to read. Well, yeah, maybe I can make it a little bit smaller. I just gonna click here, and it shouldn't change everything. That should be this thing. Properties. Hide with. Well, I do not see anything that looks like the size of the text. So for today, this is it. Cancel. Not gonna change that. Not gonna break it. At least it works. Yes. Let's record. And let's get going. So we have this beautiful little dude. With his mask and his little body, so let's just start with making his little head. Which, I mean, he's basically a circle, right? Almost a circle. Gonna make this a little smaller because it is such a big duplicate that head for the start of his body. And then a little bit later I'm gonna load him in to see his proportions. I mean, let's find out. Boop. And cylinder. It's gonna be a leg. Let's move that down. Smooth that off a little. Mirror well to the other side. Let's just go straight for a mask. No, not yet. Let's give him something that's gonna be his cloak, for which I will use this body as a base. I'm just gonna cut off the front, duplicate, unhide, delete, and I will close the holes just so it's easy to work with. And ew. There is a start of a cape. the little arms coming from under there. I think this can be a little bit smaller, but we will fine tune that a little bit later. Let's get his next biggest prop on there, which is that half bell that he has on his head. So I hold Control and slide this green box up to clip the sphere. Make it a little bit smaller, make it a little bit less high, and I think it needs to be bigger. I think I will actually just delete that inside. But before I can delete that, it needs to be a different poly group. So I'm gonna use my selection to delete one edge, delete hidden, and then outer group, because then I will have different groups. And delete hidden, turn on the inside. The angle of that edge is not to my liking yet, so I will make it a little bit lower poly by z-remeshing, and then I will just sculpt just a little bit of a smooth to get up. Hopefully, it's not using symmetry. Silly. So let's turn that on. Mirror about. Yeah, that works for me. Yeah, I might do that in a local symmetry later when I have the right sizes. So let's load in this little Sherma guy. Not yet. Make this wider. Or smaller then. And he's gonna be leaning a little bit forward because he's so darn excited. Same problem with not having symmetry turned on. Yeet. A little bit of that leg shape, a very simplified calf area and upper leg area. Let's make this a little bit lower poly as well. Extract a mask out of his skull. That sounds weird. See, mesh that is very low, so hopefully it gets some round edges. It did get one. Let's polish it up a little. Polish. Let's see if we do half. Will it become better? Yes, that is better. So that. Nope. Ooh. Beautiful, beautiful. texture, import, Sculptober, adorable, and bada bing, bada boom. Now I just have to find out how to mirror this guy. Is it this one? No. This. No. This. Aha. Alright. Zoom out a little. Oh my god. His body needs to be so much smaller. But hey, that's why we do this. Let's see. This. And we just merge down these parts. You can always unmerge them later again. Put this up here. Woo! Oh, even smaller. Look at him. What a tiny, tiny guy. That. And then let's see his head. A little bit. Ooh. Shit. I didn't save my camera angle. Yes. So now it's saved. And let's make this a little bit lower, smaller, upper, and flatter. Head slightly. Oh, that was not a mask, but let's separate that out again. So I accidentally merged these two together when I meant to merge the mask and the face. So just make them into different groups by using outer group. Select the one, split hidden, bada bing, bada boom. And now we're going to merge the head and the mask. Merge down. Voila. Scale it down a little bit and nudge. Nudge it up and nudge it out. It's a little bit too wide, especially if I look at this front view. I don't think this front view really matches with that 3/4 view, but it is an official art. And I'm going for the vibe of this small guy because I've been using all of the in-game sprites for my Sculptober so far, so just continue doing that. I mean, the one most removed from the in-game proportions is the lace sculpt. I went a little bit more to the on the scale of cartoony, stylistic, and realistic. It's a little bit more in the stylistic, realistic area. Realistic is all the way over here. Cartoony is all the way over here. Like Silksong is like way in the cartoony side, and this one, this lace that I made, is like more in the stylistic side. Big scale. Let's separate his cloak again. Bloop. Split, and let's make some nicey shapies. So it has a nice flow forward. We could say that the left side is more forward than the right side. So we're just gonna turn off symmetry and start with that. Fold that's going out, and this fold going in, and this one going in as well, and then we'll have to combine a few and do the same, similar on the other side. We'll start out, in, out, and up, and then they will combine. Their folds. Let's make a little bit of a hole for his head. Not really needed, I think. I like to do that so I have an edge that I can position at the edge of his head, of like the intersection area. Pull that edge that it's slightly going from underneath his head. Okay, let's copy the leggies for the up. Let's separate the legs first. Split. And group them. And now duplicate Ctrl+Shift+D. To where his arms are gonna be, and we'll have his arms up eventually. So let's immediately put them in that position. Look at little Shermy. Ah. Bing, 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 bing. This cloak needs to way farther out. Because of his enthusiasm. His legs need to be a little bit longer. Not too much, not too much. Put a little donut on his head. here, and then when we give this thickness, let's do a little bit of thickness with dynamic subdivisions. Thickness. More thickness. Not that much thickness. Yeah, maybe something like that. And now it's touching the point again. Slightly less rounded. Slightly more rounded off square than Oolong sphere. Okay, now let's put some eye holes in his mask. I will subdivide. Oh, they're still combined. Okay. Let's outer group and split the mask back off of the head. Split. And then get a subdivision. Remove the lower levels. I'm just gonna draw his eye holes on there with a mask. That's too close together. It's probably still too close together. Okay. I think that's close. Hello, 50% cucumber. That chat is massive, and I don't know how to make it smaller. But it's working this time, so that's something. Enjoy seeing your face on there. And then polygroup, invert, delete, polish more, polish even more, and zero mesh. Oof, that's an angry boy. But let's put a zero mesh with slightly higher input. Zero mesh. Yeah, that's better. If you make a really long paragraph, it will cover the entire chat. Only time will tell if I keep yapping. Blah blah blah. Testing the theory to fill up the chat bar. I wonder what the weather is today. I wonder too. You have to go outside to find out what that is, right? It's like, studio mode off. It's like it did fill it up entirely. So theory confirmed. Bing, bada bing, bang, boom. I'm actually not sure if I want to make his eye holes as holes or as spheres, as I've been doing with most of them. Easier to control, at least to have a sphere instead of a hole. Yeah, I think I'll just Ctrl Z all of that. Ew. Don't get it, that's fierce. Mirror and weld. Voila. And then I can say a little bit in, a little bit out. My man in the chair. He's sending me a message. Let me see. He says to try another link. Okay, let me turn on studio. And I'll be back in a sec. It worked! The little crown and the number 1 is tiny, but the rest is huge. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's crazy. This concept is beautiful. Thank you. Well, thank Team Cherry for that. It's such an adorable little guy. He's so cute. Let me go to this, and then hopefully I don't disappear. No, that's good. Right click properties. Copy. Paste. I re-put the link in the chat for the chat, but it's not changing. Oh, well, doesn't look like that is working to change the size of the letters, but enjoy the text on screen. If you're watching on your phone, then it will be readable. Let's see, let's make his body a little bit more pear shapey. A little bit. There's something going ding sometimes. Ah, yeah, that's my messaging. I'll turn it off. I'll have to keep an eye on my phone. It was Bram. Oh, he's alive and in pain. Alive and dying. Get well soon, Bram. You can do it. We believe in you. Let's give him some sticks to hold. I will put one here and another one over here, and then I'm going to use the stager thing This is the home stage. Whoop, whoop. You are going to be this hand. What a beaut. Alright, that's a block out. That one done. Okay, let's click target and now switch. Oh my gosh. Huh. Apparently it does take scale into account, so let's make this the home stage and then move you back to here and then back up and make you target stage. And now at least it doesn't scale. And mirror and weld in the X and the Z. And now it is beautiful. Beautiful. And so let's learn from that and scale this one first before trying to place it. A lot thinner. It's almost like a walking stick, right? It's pilgrimage. Ding 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 ding. Oh, no, okie dokie. And home stage. And bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, boom. Boom. Target stage, switch. Switch. Beautiful. And let's append another do that. Why is it disappearing so fast? No. And like that. We will use the stick and merge down. Okay. And now if I switch stage, voila. And then we're done. The rest of this is just refining. Let's have a sip of water. Amanda wanted to see the beast from, as in the Beauty and the Beast. Let's turn on symmetry and X and Z. Dynamish. 246. Not Eddie Hall, the beast, the strong man. No, that would be something for me. That would be a fun one as well. Quite a plump guy. How are you doing tonight, by the way? All good in the hood? Doing alright? You're doing alright? I'm doing alright as well. Let's have this angle change a little bit. Go the legs outward, apparently. Let's see, what is my next step gonna be? Make this needle a little bit thicker. Let's work on his cloak a little bit. So I got all of that. So I will Is it not? Oh no, it's not. Okay. I thought it had sub. I thought it had polygroups. That's the word I was looking for. But it has not, so I will first not worry about that. Just sculpt over it a little. So, okay, the pressure point of the claw is up here, and that's falling downwards. And then same on the other direction. It's being held up over here and then falling off in this direction. Whee. But then it's also held up here again, so it's like down and up, down and up. And then I'm not sure about the wind and stuff, but well. And then for the mid-fold, I have pressure point up here and all the way on the other side over here. It's gonna be like ooh, meeting in the middle, but it's getting bunched up by other folds as well. So I'm gonna not extend it the entire way, but start behind those other folds. Go down and up. And try to make V's and X's. X, Y, Z. I was looking at the reference when I was making the ladder for Lucky, Lumbo the Lucky. I saw that reference had a lot of the Y shapes in the folds, so like it had a lot where it was like long over here, and then like a bunch in the middle, and then it was split into two directions, and then it became like the X shapes after that. It's like, that's pretty cool. So actually, I will go and find that reference. Let me see. Open, recent. Not recent anymore, apparently. Over here, my drive. References, curl off. So let's copy this over, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Here from Lanteri's book. The eye of the fold. And then, as I was saying, like the pressure points, and then the V between them. And then let's find another image that has a little bit similar shapes as this Sherma guy has. Little Sherma. That's an interesting sculpt. None of them really have like blowing in the wind kind of cloth in these sculptures. Which I guess makes sense, but also too bad. Let's grab, which one is the closest? Do like the fold that this one has on the side of her chair. And I like this. And the pipes of the same one. So I think that's enough, otherwise if I get too much reference I will just get confused. So, the things that I like of these is the way that this one folds, but I'm not sure if I will use that in the shape of this. Whoa, in the shape of this one. But I do like this directionality. And I like how this is folding, draping downwards. And then I could use these folds over her arm, or over his arm. And I like the curls that it's making when it's falling down. So let's try and make something similar. Luckily we don't have to do it out of marble or whatever material this is. This, I should have kept that open so I can reference. Let me reopen my reference so I can shout out artists. Well, not really shout out, because they are from museum websites, those sculptures. But let's mention them anyway. Open cloth. So this one is The Girl Writing by Giovanni Spertini. The books by Edoardo Lanteri, mentioned him before, and the other lady is called Rebecca at the Well by Heinrich Max Imhoff. Voila. So let's start with this, and I am going to have that drape over this arm. this cloth. This fold, I should say. Trying to make a little bit of that zigzag of the edge. This way. Fabric is going from there. Wait. It has like a Y thing, like this one. doesn't make sense. Maybe just a little less complicated. Just one fold next to the other. Let me just fill this up a little bit with some black base masking. I'm just sculpting through it a lot right now. Later on, I'm just gonna peel off this top surface and then give it some thickness afterwards. But until that time, what if we have a pipe over here? And another pipe over here. Let's give that gravity. Maybe it should just connect. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh dang, lovely folds, thank you. I am still trying to work out where they should be. But it's a start. Ooh. What I just noticed is that there's like these Z folds inside of these folds, so maybe I can add one of those in here as well. What I try to keep doing is to keep my edges as straight as possible, so it's like one edge, two edge, three edge, one edge, two edge. So then in here, according to this image, you could maybe do one that goes in this side, so going out and going inwards. Over here. Let's make this a straight line again. Everywhere straight lines. Straight-ish. And then this could be a new edge. Nope, I don't like that. I liked it before better. I'll go right over here. It's not hitting the floor, but this is cool. pull this one out. Tuck the other one in behind him. Let's make this fold straight as well, this pipe. And color. This can go in again, and then this can come out again. I think that could look pretty cool. So let's find out. Bottom of that would be like out, in, out. This intersection not making a whole lot of sense, but I think I could cheat my way out of that. If I make this one longer, and then this one is like inside of it? Maybe not, but we'll see. Oh. Actually, that's safe as well. Let's save as... Oh, not in a folder. Dan adorable Sherma enter. What if this pipe doesn't go to the center at all? Just stays out there. Oi! That's not what I want. that's what I want. You just stay out there. Oh, hello, Aaron. Sorry, I missed that. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm trying to make this little adorable guy. Well, I think most of him is already there, so now I'm just like trying to make the surface nice and taking this opportunity to try and create some cloth folds. And how are you doing, Aaron? Been studying away? I'll try to create a little bit more overlap here, actually. So I'll do that by masking this fold, putting the fold itself out a little bit, and pushing the other one inside of it. Create some overlap, like so. Yeah. Going to be the most realistic folds in the Silksong character ever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have seen the other one, the Lumble the Lucky that I was talking about before. Open. I kind of like these folds as well. Let me turn off the color. Right. I thought those were pretty cool. I am not entirely sure if they make sense everywhere, but I like these Ys that it's making there, and then how they are also combining into the X. Well, to make it more clear, into the X shapes. It's just little tiny studies like this. Well, it's not really studies, but it is a study since I'm trying to make sense of folds. It's not a study as in I'm not trying to copy one-on-one, but it is, I'm trying to copy the logic. And Aaron is working on the lips. Oh, yeah, I saw Bram give some feedback on the lips over there. You have a relook again. Yeah, what Bram said is a good point. Like it's just wrapping around your teeth, right? So that is a big part of the lips. The lips are very tricky. Let's read what he said. To refresh my brain. Camera. Yes. How are the lips going this time? Don't know. Yeah, it is quite hard to know. I'm having a little bit of the same with these folds. It's like at some moments I think they are looking good, and then the next moment I'm like, this is not working, and this part should be more inside, so I can have this other fold overlap as well, and then still also trying to say all of that what I'm thinking at the same time. It's also hard. So you will notice that I sometimes just go very quiet. Which is usually when my brain is doing a lot. Or not a lot. Well, it really depends. Let's do that. So yeah, what just happened there is like sometimes, like a lot of the times actually, is I am pulling on something and while not really knowing if it's going to work, but then when I see something that I think works, that I think looks cool, then I go like, ooh, it's like, okay, what did I do there? What did I do there? It's like, oh yeah, I pulled this up, and because I did that, I see this shape over here, this L, let's say this corner being pulled in existence, and I like that I can see the back of the cloth on this side. So I will try to do that more in different locations. And that way it's like I'm working very actively, like with my brain. It's trying to understand, trying to keep an eye on, be aware what I'm doing, and when I accidentally do something good, and then immediately try to focus on why I think that's good. I'm trying to get them proper. Yeah, show me if you're when you're feeling like you want to show it. Thinking of the insides of a curtain here a little bit. Get that U-fold on top of a U-fold. I'm still not sure what to do with this intersection here. I'll just blend it out. Let's see if we can find another place where maybe something like this happens. It's just overlapping. Maybe in the sleeve? Around the sleeve? Oh, maybe. No, this is hanging the other direction. This is very cool for up here though. A fold that goes from the inside to the outside. Ooh, complicated as well. Okay, let's try, since my brain is not coming up with solutions over here, so let's try to get a little bit further in the other area. So I know that it needs to hang from his arm. So maybe this, yeah, this edge fall more downwards. Excavate this a little bit. Let's pull it up a little bit. Because the fabric is supposedly going from all the way on the front, so it would make sense if this fabric ends earlier than the ones that are more from the back. So we would make something like this shape, maybe. To make a pipe on the inside. Let's try to make this line also straighter. Because wobblies are not how gravity works. Just one constant force. In, pull this out. I don't like this. Here. It's a remnant from a previous trial. Let's see if we have a hanging. Ooh, maybe. Split like that. Here. Yeah, I think that's cool. Keep them separate as they go forwards. And then straighten them out a little bit. Okay. Now put this like this. That makes sense if it gets a little diamond shape. Crumbles. Let's do the mesh so we can keep the overlaps a little bit better than with us Dynamesh. It will also create some very weird geometry probably on these edges, but that's a problem for future Mike. I will also get the history state of the go back and mask and create a history state here. Zero mesh. And then go up a subdivision and go to geometry, no, not geometry, subtool, project history. Do that twice. No. We'll go one down, delete higher, go one up, and then we have somewhat cleaner old school. So let's get the standard brush. Let's try to emphasize some of them. And maybe we'll figure out whatever this is gonna be. I think it should just combine with the one next to it. Back to idea number one, basically. Just took the touristic route. Done for the day. Ah, look at those lips. Nice, more rounded. Still the lips themselves feel like they're missing a bit of volume. Let me grab something. Let's see if I can help a little with that. Say 64. Oh, so this is the font. So how I usually think about lips. So if this is in my face, let's say that over here would be my nose, and down here would be my chin. Very beautiful nose. Then we have this nice round volume where we can make our lips. So I'll make it a little bit rounder. Like the sphere that you are starting with. Starting from the cylinder is a little bit of a cheat because you already have the roundness of the teeth inside. So how I usually start is, so the eyes would be imaginary up here and the corners of the mouth would be kind of in the region of the inside of the pupil. So I usually start with a sharp tool drawing in the corners and then going towards the middle and create that little V. Alright, so we have the opening of the mouth. It's still quite flat. The next thing, this is something that I have from Ryan Kingsline. I think he still has videos on his YouTube channel explaining this. It is to go with the standard brush and first create this depth. And this depth underneath the lips. So you get, basically you, by doing this, you create some volume difference between where the lips are and where it's like close to the chin, close to the chin bone. And you also create some extra depth here in the mouth corners. And what you can then do is to dig this away. So it's basically make it a smoother transition. And I will also add a little bit back in, so it's for the transition to be smoother again. And we will then create a little bit more of the fold. So where the nose would be. Here's like this, maybe a fold. So I go in that direction, underneath where the nose connects to the filter. So that's over here. So you basically get a little bit of this ramp towards the nose. So let's also put in the filtering that I was just talking about. There's this. That's this little gap. And what you want to have, at least usually, you have a little bit of this kind of like a kidney bean shape, which is a little bit higher than where the rest of the mouth starts. So you have the corner of the mouth where both of the lips are kind of coming together, and this kidney bean shape is kind of on top of that. So what we want to do now is to create the depth for that kidney bean to exist. So I will take that out a little bit as well. And we have already a bit of the lips, so now the next thing to keep in mind is I'm going to increase my resolution a little bit. That closed my hole, so I will increase the resolution and turn off the blur, so hopefully I keep it a little bit sharper. Yeah. So, the next thing to keep in mind is that the top lip generally exists out of 3 volumes and the bottom lip out of 2. So for the top lip you want to create these 3 spheres, so 2 big ones on the sides and a smaller one in the middle, and for the bottom one you want 2 big ones. So I just try to create that spherical shape. And the same here in the middle. And for the bottom, sometimes I have to like mask the other side. So what I can do is to make a selection of it. Nope. Let's make a better one. Now they are different groups, so I can more easily select them and mask them. So I select, mask, and then I can just move them a little bit closer together without interfering with the other side. And say we're gonna also create those volumes over here. So the two bellows, and then the bottom lip after the two spheres end. Just take it out a little bit more. There is like this little bit of the straight, edge that goes towards those. So there's like this little straight edge this direction, straight over here. Just go upside down so I can get my hand in a better position. Okay, a little straight edge and go around the lip. And on the top lip we can do a similar thing. The top lip goes like inside of the mouth. So over here is skin, and then the lip starts. I mean, of course it varies from person to person, but general rules. Let's come out a little bit more. What I'm gonna do is with the standard brush again, just create a little bit of an edge. And the same here at the bottom. This straight line. And then a little bit of an edge. And then this bean shape. A little bit. And the thing that Ryan Kingsline likes to do, so the bean shape is something that Rafa Sosa teaches. And Ryan Kingsline, he likes to make it a donut. So to go like all the way around, creating a little bit of a donut. To blend this back together with the lip. And this way you create extra volume around those corners of the lip, which makes it look so much deeper. These lips look like the lips of Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I haven't really looked at any reference right now. It's all straight from my noggin. But I would definitely recommend looking at someone's lips that you can take some notes from. Let's see. Let me think if I'm missing something. I think this is most of what I do for the lips. Yeah, this I also really like that donut part. It just makes everything blend together, and at the same time this point becomes so much deeper, and it is still feel like it might still be a little bit on the surface, so I'm just gonna push it back a little bit more to the inside, so you really get that overlap. And I will move this down, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so we can create this also a little bit more again. This is following the shape of the muscle. You can see that this shape is like super strong in the David sculpture, for example. Like very strong in that way. Keep in mind the donut will need to be more subtle on females. Yes, this is definitely a more masculine set of lips, because masculine is by default. Yeah, how to make it more feminine, I am not entirely sure. I think make it more rounded, and also makes me remember that usually the bottom lip is a little bit farther back. Let me just get a little bit space there, so that when I look from the side it has a plane change instead of this from the side what it was before. It's like a round shape instead of one round shape. I want it to be two different planes, so this plane from the lips and then the plane from the skin, so it's like a clear intersection from where the one changes into the other. Those plane changes are very important in sculpting. And to finish this thing off a little bit later, so once you're very happy with your lips, I like to get this little geo brush. I say little brush. This geo brush is like an amazing brush, and I just make these. Oh, damn it! These lines, you know, the lippy lines. I try to make kind of like little interweaving lines, so you have like V's and X's, and the same for the top. Make a little bit of this. I would also actually turn off symmetry for a little bit, so it's not exactly the same on both sides. This might be a little bit too strong, but I don't have subdivisions. I should have made this with subdivisions, but I just used Dynamesh. So I hope some of this helps, and feel free to rewind. Feel free to rewind and look back at this. Thank you for the kind words, guys. Bram too. Yeah, Bram is also very kind. He's always trying to help out. Yeah, I hope you get something from this. If you want to make a more stylistic face, you can make these areas really strong. chilling over there. Oh. That's 1.5 hours gone. We're halfway to stream. Oh. And then these lines. Ooh. Makes a lady of fold. Anyway, let's get back to some cloth. Like, oh, these lips don't look anything like this cloth. Oh, there's ladies' lips actually. Oh, there's some lady lips. Where were we? Intersecting the material. That's what we're doing. Creating overlaps. Now the lips look like John Cena. John Cena! Boo, boo, boo. It actually does. So with this cape, I actually have subdivisions for a change. So I can make the bigger changes more better. Like the edge, the angle of this edge was very wonky. Now I can easily make it a little less wonky. It's near 1:30 AM. Okay, good night, Aaron. Hope you have a good sleep and yeah, a dream about some nice luscious lips. And thank you for being here, and hope to see more from you. Post your next lips in the Discord and have a look. Have a good night, mister. This needs more volume here, so that it can go more apart. And come back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This edge. this inwards. Go over with a little standard brush. Let's put this in a little bit more up angle. So then this can go inside of it a little bit more. So we can create a little other X shape. Maybe it's not supposed to be there. No, I don't like this going up while this is already up. I want this to go down because this is already up. This point up, this point down. Well, this point down. Same here, this point up, this point down. Let's start another time so I have a little bit of a grasp of time because I don't see any other timestamps here. Made the space in between this fold a little bit less. So I think it wouldn't be as far apart as I had it before, but I think it's time to put a little bit more tempo, otherwise I'm not gonna be finished on time, which means a little bit more by impression and a little bit less by trying to figure out what real life would be. So we're just gonna be making some axes and lines by the way of spit. For me, sometimes there's faults that I don't think too much about look better than the ones that I'm really trying on. So let's just hope that's gonna be the case again. In a lot of the places, a lot of what I'm doing is just pushing it with a standard press, pushing it in first, and then pulling the other side back out. So first with Alt, and then without Alt. Okay, those overlaps a little bit clearer. A little bit less strong than in that example, but actually might not be a bad place to do that. And I'm trying to focus on this side first, because this is gonna be the angle that I'm gonna be showing him in. And then right after he says that, he does something on the other side of the scope, of course. What a guy. What a guy. now, let's create some thickness of the fabric. So if I want this to be a print at some point, then I shouldn't do this. Maybe I won't actually. If I want this to be more realistic, I can make a mask on this side. And then use thickness to give him proper thickness. But I think I will just try to make a sculpt closer to the edge. And draw the edges more clearly. And then have the rest of beyond that edge just go as slope inwards. So that if I were to print it like this piece upside down, it can print from the bottom to the top, on top of itself. It would be pretty cool to have all of the Sculptober sculpts as prints too. Like this is my Sculptober collection of 2025. If I keep going like I've been going for just 21 more days, then I think it will be my first completely complete Sculptober. Which would be pretty cool. It's usually I just have like a few days that I do, and then the other days like it's so much work to do it every day. Especially if you're a little bit like me and you keep moving your own goalposts. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna make very simple characters, like, you know, Silksong characters. 1 hour sculpts basically. Which will be true if I didn't put all of these details and materials and stuff on it. But that's, I find that fun. The one from yesterday, or today I guess, the beast one, way less detail, because I just was so tired. It's like I could try to do more. I was thinking of to make him, give him like a texture like Rhyhorn on the Savage Beast fly, but just didn't get to that. "31 days is a lot." Yes, it is. You know what they say, right? Every day it gets a little easier. But you have to do it every day. That's the hard part. Like the edits on my first day, they took so long. It took just as long as the scope. But now, I think my making the edit of a sculpt can take like half the time of the recorded time. So it's getting faster. So it's getting a little bit easier every day. You just have to do it every day. Do. Okay. Here some edges that are not done yet because where did I start? Here in the middle? Yeah. Come out wherever you are. Hey Zach, how are you tonight? I mean this image is probably a little bit confusing, but I'm working on little Sherma. I just have been focused on creating some folds. And now I'm just going over the edges, making sure that those pipes that you can see on the inside are going in the right direction. Trying to get a little bit of a nice shape. It's a little bit of a cloth study now. How are you doing this evening? Edges, edges, edges. Back. Hook the arm a little bit closer. Like that. Let's do the rest of the body before we go back to doing patterns. Is this still the default shape? Yes, it is. So let's zero measure it. And then up it. And then what I like to do, because they're all insects at their joints, I use the geo one subdivision higher to create that exoskeleton. And then if I want to emphasize it a little bit more, I can go over the edges with either a stand-up brush or the inflate, sometimes even both, if I'm feeling extra swanky. Yeah, definitely needs a little bit of inflate because I think the gap got too big. So, inflate. Ooh. Oh, this guy actually has like little hands there. Ah, so most of them, they're just like this. The objects just stick to it. So let's give him a little hand. And I'm elbow area. So let's say that his elbow is gonna be this line. I'm gonna use the Z modeler, crease. Actually complete this line. Now I'm gonna make some poly groups. With this other lasso, this one, your one group, and your one group. Then I'm gonna do the same with the hand. And what's going to be the hand? And needs that line as well. Then let's get a little bit of a bend with damn standard on the top and negative damn standard on the bottom. A little bit of elbow and then move the hand. Just gonna move it. Rotate and move. You are going to be my hand. Divide it a little bit. And because of the crease, it stays sharp. The thing is up here. I don't think I need it anymore. But chime in this one hand. Needle in the other. And let's see the mesh. Not at 5, a little bit lower. Let's see if we mesh them with the groups. Keep groups. Like that. And then with this guy, I'm gonna do a union of the mesh before. I'm CV meshing, so little radar icon, mesh by union. You see it's combined over there now. Then radar icon accept and keep groups. Let's say 2K. Now that is meshed, and I will crease by polygroup. So create a crease over there where it changes from one group to the other. And subdivide, subdivide. And for this one as well, crease border group, subdivide, subdivide. And then the mask needs some thickness. Let's see, do I have subdivisions? No, that's good. Then I will use my extrude polygroup all. Like this much going into his head, but I think that's cool. It is inside out, so flip the normals. And actually, go back. Let's use dynamic subdivisions. And put some thickness with this. So now I can also add some segments into my 4. That's way too big, that's why. It's half that, 0.9. Yeah. Okay, and if I accept now, again, do a little bit smooth, It will look nice and round, but not super round. And then we'll adjust this to fit the mask a little better. Just a tiny bit down. And subdivide, subdivide. Get rid of the weird pinching by smoothing with the alt smooth. And this one, let's see, you are also, yeah, you also have big thickness. So I will do the same. You, I will add 4 segments and apply. And then do a little bit of smoothing on the edge. Let's see if it's a little bit even. Relatively even. I will keep you two separate. I think it's not gonna add much if I add this in the subdivision. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna add that. It's gonna create more trouble for me trying to fix the problems than just not showing how it's connected. So, now the last bit of the body that needs some nice curves on here is this. So I will do the same as I did with the legs, which with the geo brush. And find the right spot, so it's like just under his arms. Looks like he has boobies. Okay, let's do the same. Just let's release out that. Yeah, before we start doing that, just make my thing a little bit smaller. Yeah. My brush a little bit smaller and push a little bit harder. So the gap is not as wide. And then another one just above his legs. Ooh, that was a nice one. Nice, good. Whew. In the end, it's not nice, but the front one, ooh, quite. Alright. Now, let's see. Maybe we can just download a quick metal texture. A little bit of, maybe I actually have some. Let me go alphas, custom, Bruno. Here's an animal. Metal, it's not metal, maybe a texture. There's actually a lot of textures in here already. There's a load more textures than I thought. These scratches might be one that I'm gonna use. Let's see, what else do I have? Yeah, seamless metal. I think that's the one I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get you on subdivision 0. Use my Z plugin, UV master, polygroups, no symmetry, unwrap, bada bing. Do the same for this thing. Z plugin, unwrap, and over here you're also metal. You also have polygroups already, right? Yes, okay. See plugin, unwrap. This one takes longer. Okay. Now for his Bing Bing tool, we go down to surface, noise, and then we open the alpha tab and go to that ZBrush folder. See textures, custom, Bruno, seamless metal, open, turn off the basic noise, turn on these, scale up the alpha, strength. Let's have a look how that works. I will rotate it around so the seam is on the other side. Yeah, let's do that immediately. I'm not very convinced with this texture, so let's add it and try another one. Yeah, that's more what I was expecting. It's just also a little bit older than I was expecting. Maybe if I make the scale very small, a little bit bigger than that, otherwise it's going to be just invisible. Like this. A little bit stronger. Let's see if I apply to mesh. Need another subdivision. Apply to mesh. Yeah, I can work something like that. Little Bing Bing tool, and I will use the same ones on the rest. So we go up. We go to this one first. We go to noise, edit, copy, cancel. Now this one, noise, paste. Okay. And voila. subdivision, apply to mesh. Yeah, it's fine for this one. Do the same here, noise. Okay. This one can be a little bit stronger. I think this node already has these. Let's see. Yes, that's good. And now, because these guys are shiny, I'm just gonna take my H polish and just make it less so. And I will keep just a hint of it. So that's a little bit stronger. And then let's do a little edge. Good enough symmetry when I'm at the front. It's gonna be weird if I have the exact same damage on both sides. Saturate. Let's get some sketches. same over here. Have to be a little bit more careful since it's so round. I'll actually just smooth it out a little bit as well. And then just go ham with sketches. This thing has been bing, 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 binged. Let's make a few stronger ones. I think on this one side. Can have more those flat bits, as if to say that it has been ding, 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 dinged. A lot. Okay. And for this thing, same story, just more vertical. Here, so it's gonna be nice and smooth. And rubbing that all the time. Or his hand. And down here, assuming it's been used as a walking stick as well, it's gonna be more damaged. Maybe that was a little bit too much, but bing part. Try to make some more bing holes. Let's make some eye holes. Weird, but let's see. Not gonna do that. Okay. Now, this one also would need a little bit of texture. So, we need to give him some UVs. First, group that I'm gonna make is the inside, which we're not gonna see shit of. That's one group. The other inside, which we're probably not gonna see anything of. That's another group. If we treat this, let's expand this one a little bit. So it goes right up to the edge. Actually, you might see that in the back. Yeah, definitely seeing that in the back. Okay. I'll put you back in later, okay? Then I'm gonna expand you as well, but I'm gonna set my brush to not go as deep. The depth mask. So I can go quite close to the edge and it doesn't mask the outside. make these two into one group. Oh, there's a little island here. We don't want that. Okay, and now as if it's a cylinder, we'll create a seam over here by just making that another glue. It's a place that we can easily hide anything going weird. Okay. And now I will make another save state and I will remesh first. Right. Project history. Okay. Down, C plugin, unwrap. Okay, and now put a little noise, surface noise in this little window. Alpha, leather goes silk. Let's try silk for Silksong. Okay, something is weird. I did turn off the basic noise. Seems a little bit strong, but let's try it. Yeah, that seems alright. Apply. Okay, now it's not strong enough. A little bit more again. Oh gosh, it's so sensitive. That's what she said. Okay. Now that's cloth texture. So now we can add some cloth damage. Wear and tear. So let's get this void. Intense. I like to do the edges first. I should have added color in that, but I didn't. So let's give everything color now. this. Whoop. That's cloak color. Okay, and then this. It's probably just gonna be a little bit dark, but we can adjust that afterwards. Oh Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Glitchy, glitchy. This bing bing tool. Why is it not giving me a proper color? Whoop. Bing bing tool. Yeah, what the hell was that indeed? Thank you, song, I guess. Let's fill out that color, and you get this color. Now, color and just paint over these damages a little bit. And then I'm gonna take out the slash tool, discard, save, which is a standard ZBrush one, slash folder /2 RGB turned on. Go a little. Well, back and forth wiggles over the edges. Be doing it a little bit too much, but I don't really have type anymore, so it will just be what it is. So and I'll grab the snake hook with a little bit of an alpha and backface masking. Just go whee. Get a little bit more fray. the same with damn standard with RGB. We're just gonna draw. Thanks, Elish. Might be a little bit heavy, but I'm just gonna... Yeah, you don't say me, please. I'm just gonna pick this color and go a little bit ahead of. Nope, I'm gonna take my paint and just make it a little bit of paint and pick that. Intensity lower and fill. Voila. Again, with masking and cavity, blur that a little bit. Maybe one division lower cavity. Yeah. Make those peaks a little bit lighter. Or the opposite. The valley's a little bit darker. I think I did a little bit too strong, so let's just paint over that. A little bit. why is it not painting now? Oh, because my intensity was still low. Let's grab this. Okay, let's do some quick color variation here as well. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. But it will be there. Let's just fix up this attachment point. Oh, color anymore, please. attachments in his arms yet. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see. Okay, another subdivision. Maybe one more. No, that's too much. Ah, yes, I got distracted by all the metal afterwards. I remember. Because of these hands. Okay, let's push this in a little bit. Pull it all in. Maybe not all that. Let's see. Maybe actually I'll build. Okay, let's save as adorable Sherma. Number 2. Transpose master, I just get more post. Something like that. Okay. Number 10. Little Sherma. Looking lovely, thank you. Let's throw it into marble set and see how it is in there. Which one am I gonna use? I guess I'll use Lucky. Thank you very much, mister. Very appreciated. $6 million polygons. I would like to say that's all on escape, but I think most of it is in the surface surface stuff. Very precious. Ah, thank you. $2.2 million in the cape, apparently. Is it done doing it, or no? It's still thinking. Oh, okay, yeah, now it's done. Oh, let me do a little turn around. Ooh. Wow. Another one. I don't like that end bit in the cape. I'm not sure how to resolve it. But we're not gonna see it in the render anyway. I might have to cheat a little and hide these insides of the cape, because it's more visible than I thought they were. But let's open up one set. Hey. File, open, recent, lucky. Import model. Sherma. Yeah, right? He's a little cozy guy. Ah, just gambling his life away. What else do you want? I love gambling. Not 11. 1, 1, 1, please. Bigger. Come on, Mama said. Stop thinking about it, just do it. Shell green. Change the color of that later. And eyes dark. Where's my metal? Gold metal. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the gold? Not there. Command. Make a copy and call you Iron. Iron. Okay, enter. Come on. Why is it so laggy? Jesus Christ. Make you a tiny bit blue. And the shell can be. What was it? Something like this? No. Let's open up the reference again. Why did I close it? Saturated. And this. More in the red area. Okay. And a cape. Paper. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. That's a professional name. Let's put you on that. I want you to be a little lighter too. Maybe not lighter here, but like more rough. I don't really want it to be more rough. Where's my rim light gone? File, save as. Then Sherma members. A little bit lower. Apparently it's floating just a tiny bit. Oh, touching the floor. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, the trim light. Where the hell are you pointing, man? No, I want your trim light to be on the other side. Yep. Let's handle that, and that will be it. My timer is also almost running out. Oh my god, it's also a lot later than I usually end the stream. Well, good place to end it then. Just one more thing. Circles. Can I put? Yeah, it is a late boy indeed. Well, anyway, thank you guys that are still watching, still here at the end. I hope you enjoyed this stream of the little cutie guy. Now I'm thinking like, oh, his head is too high, but that's what always happens. No problem. My pleasure for the stream, Mr. 50%. Cucumber. Lovely little skull. Thank you very much. And let me grab OBS over here. Thank you for staying until the end. Have a lovely weekend. We will be back Tuesday with another Sculptober sculpt. And hopefully see you guys then. Bye bye.